Welcome to 2023 product review video comparing the Wedge, the Spice, which is a new range for 2023, and the new updated Pro model. I'm Ollie O'Reilly. I'm product manager for the composite boards. Zane Schweitzer, legend in the industry and an athlete. So this video is really just to explain why you would buy a Wedge, where the new Spice fits in the range, and where the Pro model fits as well. So by the end of it, you should know the clear differences and be able to say if that's which board is the board of choice for you. So starting with the Wedge, this is a new model, a new size in the Wedge range. This is the shortest model, the 80 by 32. So being the shortest model, it's more compact, it's going to have less swing weight, and it's going to be able to have more maneuverability. You're going to less likely catch the nose through turns just because it's shorter, and it's generally easier to fit in the pocket of the wave. So this board size is designed for lighter or higher skilled riders that want something that's still really wide at 32, so you have the stability, but being short, it's very easy to maneuver. So the Wedge as a general range, all of the sizes are 32 wide. So that gives you really good stability and comfort from the width. And they're from 11.2 up to, or down to 8.0. So you have a range of sizes. The bigger boards are more crossover between cruising and surfing. The smaller sizes are more dedicated surfboards. So the Wedge 8.0 is a scaled down version of the 8.7. So it's a new model for 2023. Then we have the Spice range. So the Spice is an all new range for Starboard. This fits in between the Wedge and the Pro. So the Spice is designed to be more performance than the Wedge. So the Wedge is ideal for entry level to intermediate riders. The Spice gives you a little bit more progression and performance. It's thinner on the tail and the nose, so the thinner tail really gives you more performance and response when you're stepping back on the board, and having a more pulled in nose and much thinner rails throughout the nose really reduces the swing weight. So when you're surfing these boards, they feel a lot more agile and faster and just more easier to maneuver. That said, it's going to be a little bit more advanced, so the Spice is really suited for that intermediate to advanced rider that really wants to progress. The Spice has a number of features that really sets the board out. It's from the outline, you've got a wing tail which pulls in and gives you a really responsive turning when you really step back, but you're keeping the stability through the midsection and the nose. And on the bottom of the board, you have a new beveled rail, which gives you a lot of speed and is really easy to maneuver from the midsection and when you get further back. Then we have the Pro range. So the Pro is all about the high performance surfing. So Zane has won world championships on this. This board has won more world champions titles than any other board in the range. Yep. And it's all about high performance surfing. So these are much narrower in the nose, more pulled in throughout, generally narrower than say the Spice and the Wedge, and just more low volume because you want something that's light, easy to maneuver, very responsive, can handle big surf, small surf, but really is just going to give you that high performance surfing. So the new Pro for 023 is an all new shape. It's got a new tail, squash tail, much more thin tails throughout, rails throughout the tail and the nose, and generally just kind of elevates that performance again. So to recap before I hand over to Zane, you have the Wedge, which is kind of entry level to intermediate, all at 32 wide, stable, quite full in volume. Then you have the Spice, which is, we're really excited about this range. Everyone that's tried it is completely sold. It starts from 711 to 29 up to 9.3 by 30.2.75. And then you have the Pro, which is that high performance surfing. So in terms of difficulty, it's probably intermediate, advanced, more advanced, intermediate, advanced, and then entry to intermediate.
All right, you guys, so there you have it. We have a great lineup of boards for your entry to intermediate, your intermediate to advanced, and your advanced riding. Now, I want to give one more touch on our new board in the lineup, the Starboard Spice. This is a board suited for heavier riders that are really enjoying the larger sizes and really getting a step up in improvement for their performance sup surfing. But for myself, I'm loving the smaller sizes. I just won the national title for Team USA on this board, and it features a few key components that not only add comfort and stability, but also some critical tight maneuvers in the pocket of waves. One of the key features of this board that's very interesting is these beveled rails with slight chimes. This allows for a narrower planing surface when you're moving and taking off on the wave, but as you transition rail to rail, you roll very effortlessly, and the transitions are so smooth and responsive. Now, what's also helping that responsiveness in maneuvers is the rail line. Looking from the nose to the tail, you could tell there's a lot more curvature to the outside rail. This allows for really nice, tight diameter turns. Now, towards the tail, it actually has a change of flow in the rail line that pulls in even further towards the fin setup. Now, as you notice, these are new fins that are included with the board as well. The carbon fiber fins are so light and buoyant, they float on water, and the added responsiveness and performance is noticeable, especially for a rider that is intermediate to advanced, that is going to be able to feel that added performance. So I'm super excited for you guys to get familiar with these boards as well, whether you're entry level to intermediate, intermediate to advanced, or going straight for the advanced riding.
And just one last note, this is the Starlight Construction in the Wedge. It also comes in the blue carbon and the limited series. This here is the blue carbon, and as Zane said, the blue carbon comes with our new ultralight carbon fins. The limited series comes with the Armor Core green fins. This construction here is our blue carbon Pro. So this is the ultimate lightweight, super strong construction. It's a full PVC sandwich. So it's incredibly crisp and just designed for that extra performance. And the Blue Carbon Pro also comes with a thruster fin setup with the carbon fins. It's also available in the limited series as well as that fantastic price point offering. So the Spice and the Pro boards for 2023, we developed these in Portugal. So this was quite a tricky time. It was during COVID and we didn't have access to a lot of spots. We couldn't fly. Zane unfortunately couldn't make the testing when we approved the designs, but since then we sent one straight away to Zane, and you've been winning, you've been ripping, and you love it. But the Spice and the Pro is really a testament to shaper and designer Luis Lacrau, who I really had a great time working with in Portugal. And yeah, we came up with this design. The Spice really came from Luis. He tried it on some surfboards before with the beveled rail, and so we kind of came to this combination which just works really well. And we had some of the riders. We had Benoit Carpentier, which was really kind of pivotal in this development. He pushed for the 6.9 model, and he's stoked as well. He's been using this board in Europe and is loving it. And again, we had heavier riders also testing the Pro and the Spice. And yeah, we're super confident that these are going to appeal as much to the lighter riders and the heavier riders. They have a big range of appeal. And even the Pro boards, we have the 9.0 by 30, the bigger sizes, which are going to hold heavier riders. They're up to 140 in volume, so it's got a big range as well. So I think, yeah, just to sign off on this, there's 3 ranges here. Different riders and abilities for both Wedge, Spice and Pro. different conditions. The Pro is obviously ideal for when it's big and when it's hollow, but can handle kind of smaller waves as well. The Spice is going to be more forgiving, more comfort, surfing different waves. It can still handle good size. You've been in some pretty big surf. And the Wedge is more suited for kind of a bit smaller surf to the medium range. So from entry, intermediate to advanced, you're pretty covered with these options.
I hope you guys really enjoy having a feel for yourself and look forward to seeing you on the water.